In a small village surrounded by forests and mountains, there was a boy named Tom. He was known for being shy and afraid of unfamiliar things, darkness, storms, and even speaking in front of others. He loved listening to stories about heroes and brave warriors, but he never thought he could be like them. One night, a powerful storm swept through the village. When it passed, Tom's little dog, Rocky, was nowhere to be found. He searched everywhere until a neighbor told him that Rocky had been seen running toward the dark forest. That forest was full of eerie legends about strange creatures and mysterious sounds, and no one dared to enter it after sunset. Tom stood at the edge of the forest, torn between his fear and his love for his little friend. But then he remembered something important. The heroes in the stories he loved weren't fearless. They simply faced their fears. Clutching a small lantern, he took a deep breath and stepped inside. The trees were tall and dense, blocking the moonlight, and the wind howled through the branches, creating unsettling sounds. Every part of him wanted to turn back, but he reminded himself that Rocky was out there, needing his help. Taking another deep breath, he pressed on, even though his legs trembled. After a few moments, he heard a faint barking sound and ran toward it. He found Rocky trapped under the fallen branches of a tree that had collapsed during the storm. Tom tried pulling him free, but he wasn't strong enough. Looking around, he found a sturdy branch and used it as a lever to lift the heavy wood. Finally, Rocky was free. But as Tom turned to leave, he realized he no longer recognized the way back. Panic crept in, but he forced himself to stay calm. He looked around, remembered the landmarks he had passed, and carefully retraced his steps. Soon, the warm lights of his village appeared in the distance. As he emerged from the forest, the villagers were waiting for him. Cheers and applause filled the air, but what made him happiest was Rocky jumping into his arms. At that moment, Tom was no longer just a shy boy. He had become a true hero, not just for rescuing Rocky, but for facing his fears and overcoming them. From that day on, Tom was no longer afraid of the unknown, because he had learned that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the strength to move forward despite it.